Imagine getting cheated on by the person you trusted most, and instead of yelling or begging, you play the longest, most silent revenge game ever. One that slowly breaks them down, one eerie sound at a time. If you've ever dreamed of getting back at someone who stabbed you in the back, you're going to love this story. Hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready for a revenge so calculated, it'll send chills down your spine. When she told me she was leaving for a work trip, I believed her. We were going through a rough patch, yes, but we were still together. Still sharing a home, still saying I love you at night. So imagine the burn when I saw her, just 2 days later, on a restaurant patio with her ex laughing, smiling, toasting. She hadn't gone 600 kilometers to see her family. She'd gone a few blocks to rekindle something old, while leaving me at home with a lie. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I snapped a few photos, turned around, and walked home in silence. The betrayal sat like a cold weight on my chest. I wanted to scream, but I didn't. I wanted to burn her stuff, but I didn't. What I did instead was wait. You see, we were living in a rental under my name. Month to month. 60 days notice was all it took. And she wasn't even on the lease. She came back from her little trip with no idea that I had already decided to walk away. But I wasn't just going to leave. I wanted her to feel the same chaos I felt the moment I saw her with him. Not all at once. Slowly. Quietly. Like madness creeping in through the walls. So I got to work. I bought a box of tiny noisemakers off eBay. 20 of them for $100. Each one about the size of a quarter, battery-powered, nearly invisible. They made the strangest sounds. Children laughing, a dying breath, whistles, random scratching. But the genius part? They only triggered at random intervals. Sometimes hours apart. Sometimes days. You could be sitting in a room with someone and only one of you might hear it. Not loud enough to be obvious, but just enough to question if you really heard anything at all. Over the next week, I became a ghost. I unscrewed light fixtures and hid them inside. I slipped them behind furniture inside power outlets. One went under the bathroom sink. Another in the car. One, my favorite, inside the sailboat her dad bought her. Rich family. Expensive toys. Empty values. She didn't notice anything yet. I acted normal. Distant but still suggesting couples therapy. She didn't push for intimacy, and I didn't offer it either. Her lies grew. Nights out with friends. Overnight stays that were never explained. Meanwhile, I moved in silence. Got a new place. Gave my landlord notice. He was chill, even helped schedule showings for new tenants when she was out. Then came moving day. A full crew showed up, boxing my things like clockwork. She walked in mid-pack and lost it. What the hell is going on? I calmly laid down the photos. No yelling. No name-calling. Just truth. Cold and undeniable. The landlord walked in behind me, smiled, and said, "You've got until midnight to get your things out. New tenants arrive in 2 days. If not, it goes on the curb." She stared. Silent. Numb. And that, you'd think, was the revenge. But the real fun hadn't even started yet. Months later, a mutual friend and I caught up. He was planning a prank on a camping trip, and I told him about the noisemakers. As I spoke, he got this grin. The kind that starts small and ends with full-blown hysterics. "Wait. You put those in her place, didn't you?" I nodded. He laughed so hard he choked on his drink. Turns out she'd been unraveling. Her new boyfriend? Gone. Said he couldn't handle what was happening. The random noises, the paranoia, the confusion. Sometimes only he would hear the sounds. Sometimes only she would. It destroyed their trust. Their sanity. He left believing he had a brainworm from government vaccines. She broke down. Told her parents she didn't want the house anymore. Gave it away to her brother. Refused to talk about it. To this day, I tell people I hold no grudge. That I moved on. But between you and me, every time I sip a drink with my wife, who loves this story, I smile. Because nothing hits like silent vengeance. Sometimes the best revenge isn't loud. It doesn't shout. It whispers. It creeps in slowly and leaves the guilty haunted. Not with what you said, but with what they can't explain. If this story gave you goosebumps, smash that like button and let us know in the comments. What's your favorite type of revenge? And don't forget to subscribe for more chilling stories of karma, justice, and the sweet sound of payback.